now available in paperback and e-readers. Isis, Revenge of the Cyber Goddess. The goddess next door takes on the threat of a deadly digital diva driven to destroy the world in this action-packed, all-new Isis series adventure. Get Isis, Revenge of the Cyber Goddess featuring a bonus pin-up and the other 2 books in the Cyber Goddess saga at online bookstores everywhere today. I was on Kickstarter putting in a pledge for another independent comic when I saw the page for the Mighty Mite #1. And after looking at the preview pages of Mighty Mite #1, I had to put in a pledge for this comic. Now, your CB Zane has given us a pint-sized hero, but she's full-size awesome. And this book is just so much fun. I just have to give it my highest recommendation because this is one of the best books of 2021. Now, your Mighty Mite really reminds me a lot of Fairchild from Gen 13 with a little bit of your Spider-Girl and a little bit of the action and adventure of Danger Girl. So it takes some of the elements of the best independent comics featuring heroines and gives us a very strong and compelling origin story and gives us some further backstory into the character's history that really gives us a real panoramic picture of what it means to be a full-time, full-size superhero. Now, your Mighty Mite does not skimp on action, and this book is just filled with a lot of fantastic and fun comic panels. Now, your CB Zane is a fantastic storyteller in this first issue, and he just basically crafts a masterpiece. I'd say is on the level of Stan Lee and Steve Ditko's Amazing Fantasy 15, which introduced us to the Amazing Spider-Man, and your CB Zane really introduces us to the Mighty Mite and gives us a big-time adventure that makes us really want to anticipate getting the next issue. So this book has fantastic storytelling, fantastic art, and the character of the Mite has a great voice from minute 1. And as we get into her going on these missions, in the first couple of panels, we see that she's all about action and all about adventure. And I would really love to see all of these stories fleshed out in later issues, because these panels really do a great job of showing me that this hero is one that I want to see far more of in the future. Now, as she shows us what she's been doing after her high school days, we're taken to a flashback of her flashback of Presley's high school days, and we see that she's got a lot of great friends and she likes to hang out and play basketball. So we see that she has a very well-rounded life. Even though she's the smallest person in the room, she has so much charisma and energy that you see her presence. And that, as somebody who knows about what it is to have petite people in your family, I know that sometimes the smallest person has the greatest charisma, and that's something that your Presley really radiates in these stories. I mean, yeah, she's not the smallest, she's not the tallest person, but she has a tall presence, she has tall energy, and that's what makes her an absolutely lovable character that you immediately start relating to in just a few pages. So this story takes us from her and her friends getting ready to go after school is out. They're going to go to this hole where they go and do these jumps, and this jump that she does leads to her finding this energy called quantum, and this quantum is the thing that gives her her powers. So in just a few pages as related to this comic, in just 4 pages, we're into the story, we're into the character, and this book really makes you care about this character because she has a big heart, she has a great personality, and we really get to know everybody in just a few pages. So C.B. Zane does an amazing job right here with Mighty Mite #1 by just again with the introduction as related to the origin, and as the story goes on, and I don't want to give away too much of this story because CB did a fantastic job on this book, and I don't want to see it spoiled for anyone because he has again in all of these pages in this book, he puts together an absolutely fantastic book that I really wish I should have paid more for. I mean, I just bought the digital version. I just really wish I bought the paper because I would want to give CB Zane more money for this book because it's just an absolutely well done, well put together book with a great, strong heroine who has great strength of character and a really great personality. And this book, as I see it, is one of those books that if you really want to go out here and write heroines, this is the book I definitely recommend you pick up as part of your research. I mean, this book right here is a textbook on how you write a heroine, how you give her a personality and a voice, you give her a strong supporting cast, and you give her adventures and have her do things that everyday ordinary girls go out here and do. And I believe that your Mighty Mite is going to be a mighty great comic, and it's going to get a mighty big fan base because this pint-sized hero has a lot of full-size fun, and this book does not disappoint in any way, shape, or form in terms of the storytelling or the art. And after reading this first issue of this pint-sized hero, I want another full-size issue of Mighty Mite, and I want to get the next copy. And I'm looking forward to getting that next copy, and I'm hoping you guys will go out here whenever CB Zane launches Mighty Mite #2 and pick up the second issue of Mighty Mite in 2022 or whenever CB Zane comes out with another book. I mean, he has done, and again, him and his team have done an absolutely fantastic job on this book. And this is what you do in a comic in a first issue. You introduce the hero, you show us why they are a hero with the internal character traits before they get their powers, and then you show us why we should care about that character, and you show us what makes them a hero. And what makes your Presley a hero is on the inside, and that's one of the things I loved about this character is he did a great job with her internal character before showing off her external powers. So take the leap and pick up Mighty Mite #1, one of the absolute best comics of 2021. Now, if you want to pick up my first comic, Esteem No Good Deed, you can find that comic on Kindle for 99 cents on Amazon.com. And right now I am working on my first full-size John Haynes comic, John Haynes at Death's Door, and that book is in the middle of getting the pages done. So if you want to help me continue to get that book to the marketplace, you can donate to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box, or you can pick up some of the other SJS Direct fantasy titles like the ISIS series, the Esteem series, the John Haynes series, and the books of the Spinsterella trilogy in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find them on Smashwords, the iBook Store, and Google Play. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Coming to paperback and e-readers, Esteem Cancel Vacation. Hell's aspiring angel takes on a social justice social media mob looking to cancel her in this all-new Esteem series adventure. Pre-order Esteem Cancel Vacation on Amazon.com today.